Welcome. How's it going? Sorry, I was 5 minutes late, Cosmin. How's it going? Wow, it's just imagine. Oh my god, my guys, I'm so sorry. I literally took a shower before coming in here. Hello. So my hair's wet. It's whatever. How's everyone's weekend? How we doing? Congrats, Cosmin and Chocho, for finishing your exams. Your hair looks perfect. Thanks, Jay. Excited for this stream? Mary, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Welcome. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend or a good Monday so far. Yes. This stream is dedicated to you two. All the students. Who else was in here? Hi, Cuz. Hi, Nikki, Mary J, Chocho, Migo, I saw you in here earlier. Lost my pet fish, she drowned. How are you? I'm good. Welcome, Pooh Ben. How's it going? We are chilling today. I don't know why. I usually don't get nervous before stream, but I don't know why I was getting nervous for some reason today. But how's everyone's day? How's the Mondays? Everyone that was in the Discord, be proud. I worked out and I showered. So we are fresh and clean and ready to go. We twins or something, Choco? Low-key, you both are. You hate the timer? Oh no. Thanks, Jay, for shouting out. And then same with Choco. Thank you for shouting out earlier. Oh my gosh. I know... PogChamp, brother. Pooban, thank you for the follow. How's your day going? Welcome in. We're gonna just kind of ease our way in. And then I know Spy, I don't know if, is Spy doing something before? I don't know if he's talking or if he's waiting for me, but let's show you all what we've been up to. What did I do this weekend? I'm kind of blanking out if I'm being honest. What was this weekend? Hold on. Also, if you were watching... Oh! What did I do this weekend? I was freaking streaming yesterday. And Jenna's birthday. Thank you. Everyone who reminded me. Bunny, isn't it late for you? Hi, Peach Bunny. Can I get a shout out for Peach Bunny? Oh my gosh, I totally blanked out what happened over the weekend. Yes, I did celebrate my youngest sister's birthday on Saturday. I was so tired because my family, they came over after dinner and then they were singing karaoke until like 1 a.m. And then I was like, oh man, I gotta stream the next morning with Lau. And I thought, I was like, oh, and we're gonna do 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. my time. And then he was just like, oh, no, I thought it was at 9 a.m. So I made him wait for like 2 hours. Thank you so much, Abu Andra. I'm so sorry, I'm gonna pronounce that wrong. Welcome in, how's it going? How can I say your name if you don't mind me asking? I saw that on your Insta. True Filipino stream until the next morning, facts. Happy birthday, thank you. I live again, yes. What's up, Mugen? Can I get a shout out for Mugen, please? I have life yearly exam that I will do after 1 month. It's going bad. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. And you're Abu. Abu, welcome in. Actually, bad is very optimistic. You know, sometimes you need the bad to kind of see the good. So if you are in for some motivational talks today, welcome in. We are more than happy to have you. So, oh, before we forget, everyone, exclamation point menu, get your soup. I have 2 new soups on the menu, finally. I know some people have been eating the same thing every day. I am optimistic. Love it. Because then you can share some wisdom. We got 2 new soups, y'all. We got minestrone and we got egg drop soup this time. We're moving up in the world. Realistically, you're fucked. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you need those moments. Dog water was in honor of Nikki last week. You love egg drop? I love egg drop soup. It slaps. 13 bowls of ramen is light. I need more. Eat as much ramen as you want. If anyone has suggestions for soup ideas, let me know. You are also more than welcome to join our Discord. I guess we could start off with like some things, like announcements, I guess. But first off, if you would like to join the Discord, come on in. You're more than welcome to be a soup. If everyone wants to know a Jess move that I did, you know, like that little welcome sign where it's like, oh, scissors popped into the chat. I accidentally deleted it and I don't know how to get it back. So I don't know who comes in sometimes until I see the little like sidebar, and then I'm like, oh, there's a person who just came in here. So I know. So I'm sorry if you come into the Discord silently and I don't notice. If I don't notice, I'm so sorry. The only way I notice is because like your name is in white, so then I change it. I'm like, oh, Cosmic, come on in. Mary, come on in. So I promise. Fix your Discord. I don't know how to add. I would have to remake it, I think. It's fine. We'll deal with it. Hi, Sush. Welcome. What up, Donald? Oh, and my second thing, shout out to Nikki Poo-Pookins. We have a new het emote. For those of you who weren't able to see it yesterday, check out the dog. Super cute. My favorite. Make sure you follow Nikki. She is a great streamer. She also does motivational talks. She also does some art. And she made this cute Jer emote, which I totally forgot. Some of you don't know who Jer is. Maybe after this stream I will show who Jer is at some point, but all you need to know is that's my dog. She also reached a milestone. Yes. Congratulate Nikki. She just reached 200 followers. And she had a really great little appreciation stream yesterday. I got a little emotional watching it. So follow her if you don't. She great person, I swear. So, oh my god, I realized my son has me streaming. I just saw it on my phone. Wait a second. Oh, you can't see it. He's so funny. Congratulate or Shadow Realm with burning. Very nice. But yeah, those are kind of like the 2 things going on right now. I totally forgot. I used to show my little like monthly dump. So for those of you who are on Instagram, oh, I think my live scene is, let's see, live scene. Here we go. I usually like to show my dump from the month. Mine was very, very late. I just posted it last week. So for those of you who don't have Instagram, this is kind of like what I posted. So for those of you who have followed me, Miso Soup, if you have Instagram, you can give me a follow. But I'm doing pretty much like this whole passion project this year where I show, I don't know, I try new things. In the beginning of the year, I started like 1 week of trying to be vegetarian, and then I did like a 5K, and I do a ton of other things. So what did I do this month? Oh, this month of April, I did camping for the first time. So these were just like a series of, pictures and videos. So I did pole dancing as well with some friends. That was the 5K. And then I just have literally random things on here. So that's my little sister whose birthday was last week. That was me camping. And then me schlumped at camp. So But yeah, you love the stream dump. Yeah, the stream dump's also my favorite. There's some good clips in here with this is the girls' night from the beginning of the month. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but we can look at it more if people want to. Schlump dress is crazy. Yes, Joko, you are secretly in the dumpling pic. We got some Fortnite stuff. And then this was one of our guests, Celine, from April. So, so yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. The poor banana, he just wanted to be your friend. I know. You know what? He shot at me first. It was deserved. Alrighty, I think it's time. Let me message the sun. But yeah, that's what I did. The weekend was good. I hope everyone is having a good weekend, or I hope everyone had a good weekend and is having a good Monday so far. And if you're not having a good Monday, I hope that today will hopefully give you some positivity for the rest of the week. So, bro, best weekend ever. There you go, Cosmin. All right. Sun, I know you're watching. Are you ready, son? Okay, so another my PC has been like turning off, so I'm praying to God that it doesn't like do that mid-stream. It was a fun weekend and excited to go back to work in the office. I don't want to go to the office. I mean, yeah. Going in the office is kind of hard sometimes, so I feel that. Thank you for the lurk, Choco. Alright, let's see. Son, are you ready? Son, do you hear me? I can't tell if he's ready. Cammy! Hello, good morning for you. Ripchi, Miso PZ. I know, I'm like, I closed all my tabs. If you're Miso son, does that make Miso grandma? Sure. Okay, I think I can call Spy. So, hi Grandma. Imagine. Hi Chanri, welcome. Can I get a shout out for Chanri? Sorry if I'm so loud. I'm gonna lower my volume. What's up, grandson? Alright, so for those of you who are new here, welcome. We're going to start off our Miso Motivational Monday. Our topic for today is going to be school life and mental health with my son Spikant. So we will give him a call. Let's see. Let me call him first. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
I apologize to everyone. It's my fault I'm late.
It's fine. It's fine, son. I was 5 minutes late. It's fine. It runs in the family. Okay, so I realized that are you streaming the Discord? Is that what we're doing for you?
Yes.
Okay. Because I need to turn off. So I don't know if it works for you, but when I turn on my camera for Streamlabs, it doesn't turn on Discord. So are you able to turn on your camera?
I'll just have to turn off my stream and then or camera and then switch over, I think.
Okay. Hold on. We'll be right back real quick. We'll fix. Glad you turned in because I'm in class right now. Well, welcome, Yugen.
Wait, my chat can't hear you? Oh no.
Oh no, hold on, I gotta turn off. Alright, sorry, I'll just 1 second. Okay, this. Is it turning? Is it turning on?
Okay, I just need to that worked for you, right? Did you remove the whole camera aspect on stream?
I did.
Okay, that's probably what I have to do.
Yeah, I had to turn it off. It's a little weird. Oh wait, hold on. Let me come back in. Clearly, we are prepared.
Yeah. This is part of the podcast, or part of the Miso Monday.
Oh, Kuya! Kuya Park, why? Thank you for the 300 bits. Can I get a shout out for Park? Thank you, Kuya. How are you doing? I worked out. Are you proud of me? A queen is never late. Everyone is simply early. Yes, yes, yes. I had to turn off the Discord camera, then turn it back on, if that helps, Spy. You're proud. Yay! I'm not disowned. Alright, well, while we're fixing that, I gotta move Spy Can't here. Oh no. Oh, here we go. Oh, there's my son. Look how handsome he is. Can you hear me?
Yes, I just have to fix it so my stream can hear you.
Okay, no, take your time. Kuya, how's your day going? So cute, I know. Oh shoot, you know what? I'm so sorry. I put this. Okay, now we're good.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready. Also, everyone, if you are not following Spy Can't, do that right now and congratulate him. He just reached 500 followers. Imagine, Soleil.
It could have been done without everyone. Don't worry.
Slay,
Yeah,
Spy Can't.
I am like a little nervous that I forgot what I was doing.
You said you were fixing your stream.
Oh yeah, right. Thank you.
Like mother, like son. Imagine streaming. I know. The Soleil. Yes. While Spy is setting up, so for those of you who are new here, can your stream hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you now. Perfect.
Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing. So if you are new here, welcome in. We do Motivational Mondays, as I've already mentioned. If this is something new, every week I like to bring a guest. Sometimes it's just me, sometimes we sing, but we try to touch on a different mental health topic every time. So far we've talked about depression, loneliness, school life is what our topic is for today. But we also have a very fancy form because we're very official here. So if you are in my chat, we have it pinned right now. I think Spy has the link as well. So but if you don't have it, you could come over to mine and you can ask me, Spy, or pretty much anyone a question relating to this topic. We might have like an open forum if we have time to have other questions as well, if people want to talk about other things. But I think since school life is pretty broad and we have a lot of students or people who are in school right now, yeah, there's a lot of things we could kind of touch on.
There's like so many things.
Yes, like so many things. So, Gabe says hi to you.
Hi, Gabe.
Welcome,
everyone
Cosmic.
from my community. Go check out Miso too. Every streamer.
Who else is in? Cammy, hello. Cosmic, welcome in. All right, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Okay. So, we kind of like to just start off in getting to know. Oh, thank you for the follow, itty bitties. welcome. Alright, so we kind of like to start off with just getting to know our guest. I know your community knows, but for people who don't know you, Spy, can you introduce yourself? You could talk more about you. I know you're a student. You could say like where you're at in school life in terms of like major, your year, and things like that. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's start us off. Hi, Celine.
Okay. I'm just Okay.
No, you're good. Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
Before I even started streaming, I was like, all right, I'm gonna practice, introduce myself, and be like perfect, you know. And
No.
now I am okay. Anyways, my name is Spike or Vincent. You call me either. Currently, I am a student at UCSD, and I am a fifth year human bio major from Ravel. I don't know how much I was supposed to say that. That was like the natural icebreaker intro thing that you give for school. But yeah, I'm currently studying and trying to graduate this quarter, and my goals is trying to be pre-nursing.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Dang, we got a science boy. Let's go. I was a bio major, so I feel that.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I don't like any of the bio classes. I'm just kidding, but I love the bio aspect.
What's your favorite class right now?
Probably my intro to jazz class.
Ooh. Oh, yes. He
It's not even
dances,
my-
y'all. He dances. You should also follow him on Instagram. He just posted he posted a cute TikTok. It was so cute with Chanri and Eddie. So go like it if you haven't.
Also, what is Park doing with the bit?
Oh,
Park.
Park
Anyways,
is Park
go
is
check out Park.
Park is very, very kind. Thank you, Kuya. Intro to jazz is so fun. I've never done jazz, so
It's
yes.
yeah.
You like
I
it?
think another. I guess for like bio stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I'm most interested in.
It's okay if you don't like it. We could talk more about it.
I think it's like yeah. Anyways, I think it's like probably the psychology stuff. Like it's interesting for me. Like it's not something I would like approach in as a career wise, but it's interesting to talk about and think about all the possibilities and stuff.
Cool. Nice. And in terms of like streaming, how long have you been streaming for?
I've been streaming for 3 years. Like I started my first stream
Sheesh.
3 years ago, but I wasn't consistent like everyday streaming until like this year or last year when COVID hit.
What made you want to start streaming?
Definitely these reasons right here. Definitely these reasons. It's like mostly to meet new people, talk to people, like how I met you. Amazing streamer, by the way. Go check out twitch.tv/misolsoup. But yeah, I think mostly it's like to meet people, talk to people, and then also another goal is like in general. This might be a little cheesy, but in general, one of my goals in life is like to be there for people and to like help them and stuff, whatever they're going through and stuff. And that's probably one of my reasons. And then if I could stream, I get to meet more people and then be there for more people type of thing. But yeah.
And that's why he's my son, y'all. We got the same vision. Let's go. Thank you, Wintermelon, for the follow.
W.
Yeah, no, honestly, for those of you who are like, why are we doing this? Like, what is the point of us doing this? It's exactly what Spy just said. This was just something that I started because I met so many awesome people that I just want to make happy. And then the more that I've met more people, I just noticed that a lot of people just have been feeling a little bit down. That's why we kind of seek Twitch as a community to meet people and just, you know, find like a sense of belonging. So I was like, I want to do something that will make other people feel happy. And even if it's just like people DMing me about certain things or things like that, just doing anything about making people stay. But before we actually get started, please, as a reminder, we are not counselors or therapists in any way. We are just going to be talking about our experiences, and you know, we have a Q&A. Everyone is more than welcome to share your thoughts and also your experiences as well, but it's not going to take the place of actual therapy if you are someone who is in need of that. Okay, so let's get going. Let's get back to the itty gritty. So I usually ask this to all of the guests first, but Spy, what does mental health mean to you?
That was a good question. let me use ChatGTP real quick.
ChatGTP, imagine. Wow.
Imagine.
Wow.
I think
That was so Gen Z. You use Chat GPT.
I'm trying to show that I'm not old.
What do you mean? I'm older than you.
Okay. I feel like for me, I don't know. I thought about this all day, but I couldn't think of like a clear answer. I think like for me, mental health is like. Wait, what does mental health mean for you? And then I'll recollect myself.
Okay. Everyone, if you want to share your answers or thoughts on this as well, to, just kind of spark conversation. For me, mental health is a combination of different things. Mental health is like my physical and like mental well-being, as well as kind of like spiritual. I think Kuya Park mentioned this like a few streams ago. Kuya Park just said you're young as hell. He is. He's very young. But yeah, mental health is like a combination of like self-care, like how you learn to take care of yourself in whatever mode of life you're in. It could be your physical wellness, it could be, things going on in school, your social life and things like that. And how do you kind of sustain, yourself to essentially just be like happy and just be more yourself.
Okay, good answer.
Mary
Terry,
said, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I know, you go first. What did Mary say?
Mary said mental health is not only how I feel, but the actions that I put behind it. Yes, awesome.
No, yeah, exactly. Terry Terry says taking care of yourself so you can take care of others, type of thing. But I would agree. I think for me, mental health, I just needed to hear what your answer was, just in case I was going to say something completely wrong to the question.
No. There are no right or wrong answers.
Yeah. Okay, so for me, I think it's like you said also, like how you're doing on both like a physical, spiritual way and stuff. And then for me, it's like, it's definitely something a lot of people, maybe it's just from where I come from, a lot of people don't think about it too much because it's seen as a quote unquote bad thing to like be struggling with mental health and stuff. So for me, it's like, it's definitely, first, I think it's like something how you're doing. And I like what Mary said about like your actions of how you approach how you're doing and how you do it to other people. And then the terms of like good and bad, I don't think there's like, sure, there's like the good mental health, bad mental health, but I don't think that just, how do I say this? It's like, I think unfortunately there's like a bad stigma. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Bad connotation to mental health that we need to get rid of. I don't know if I just, but yeah.
No, that's great. I agree. I think mental health and our understanding of mental health has came a long way. I think back then, and it's also, this depends on like your background and culture, right? Generally with like Asian cultures, which by the way, happy AAPI month, it's not really something that is talked a lot about because, for a variety of different reasons and how different cultures cope with different forms of struggle, right? But I think nowadays, since people have been more open in talking about it, again, it has come a long way and people becoming a little bit more accepting. But there are still some folks who, like you said, Spy, it's more of like a stigma for sure. Mary said, I can relate to Spy Can't is taboo, my family, so it has not been heavily accepted in my family too. Yeah. So it really just depends on like how your families were brought up. And we talked about generational trauma a long time ago, but that's something we can bring up as well. So thanks, Spa, for the answer. And then, so the second question that I have, so we know that school life, there are so many different things that can impact your mental health. This is just looking at the second question I have. So just to name some examples, and if you are currently in school, maybe some of these are like, ooh, they stick out to me. So some different things that can affect your mental health. If you're someone going into college for the first time, so like the transition from like high school to college, so in terms of becoming independent for the first time, being away from family, learning how to be on your own, that can affect you a lot. The second one could be just school in general, right? So it could be like study habits, mean professors, your major, trying to figure out who you want to be is something that you struggle with. And then the third component, it's like, well, why am I in school? Like, you know, the family pressures, like the expectations that you have to carry on for an education, because maybe your parents came from a place where they didn't get a degree, or they want you to become a certain person. And then the social aspect, right? So living situations, roommates, finding friends, different social circles, and things like that. So a lot of different things that we can talk about, but I think to kind of narrow down what we could talk about, is there something that has affected you the most, Spy, or if there's something that your friends have struggled with a lot that we can talk about first?
Yeah, for sure. Also, before Terry says she has to hop off, but have a great rest of the stream.
Thanks for staying. We appreciate anyone just lurking. Again, not everyone is in school right now, so if this is not, you know, your thing, we just appreciate you stopping by. But if you just want to vibe, or if you are like, oh, I survived school, I have some wisdom to share, feel free to stay as well. Park said, mental health is your well-being, mentally and physically as a whole, to be able to build grit and ability to bounce back. Yes.
Yeah. I like that answer.
And before we begin, while we're talking, feel free, we have the form pinned. Ask any questions. If there are some things in school, if you are a student that you want to ask questions about, and either Spy can answer because he's a current student. I haven't been in school since, I haven't been in grad school since 2019.
Don't worry, since yesterday.
Oh yeah, since yesterday.
Actually, like yesterday, don't worry.
But here's my background. I was a high school teacher for 3 years, and that's like, so I was a bio major and then an education major. So I've been a high school teacher for 3 years, and I'm currently at a college as an advisor. So I kind of have both perspectives of being like a teacher and a student. And then Spy's a current student, so you can ask whichever direction you want to be in. So
yeah, I think out of the different things you list off, the one big thing that stood out, also it's like, I don't know if she's listening, my sister's like right here, also in college, but she's not on camera, and it's
hello,
like
sister.
Funny, but like I think one of the biggest thing is that stresses students out that I see is having to reach expectations, because I feel like even if it's just parents or friends or even yourself, I feel like sometimes we set like goals, or we expect to hit everything on time, we expect to hit everything, we need to achieve everything and all that stuff, and then if we don't achieve it, that's when, even for myself, like if I don't achieve something, that's when like I start spiraling down and then lose hope of everything. And then also it's like at those moments I feel like it's stressful because you're not reaching the expectations, so then you think it's not the expectations that are wrong, it's yourself is wrong. And that's like, I feel like is what hits me the hardest when I first started college. But yeah, I think that's the biggest stressful thing that I can list off at the start of it.
Yeah. Really quick before I respond to that, Suj said, yeah, as a nurse, mental health has become very prevalent. I think people need to look at it as an illness. And then unfortunately, mental illness is sadly in the top 5 in fatalities right now, which is really unfortunate. So yeah. Oh, and also Sarah, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. Yeah, you said like something really deep, and I resonate with that, with the expectations. I think definitely going into college, for the first time and you're like, oh man, like I'm struggling with school, but it's like I kind of have to endure this because there's expectations. My follow-up question for you, with that, are these like expectations from your family? Like, is there repercussions or like, in a sense, like punishments if like you were to not do well in school, or if you told them you were to change majors to something that you liked a little bit more? Or is it something that's like instilled with you and you just put expectations on yourself?
I think it's a mix almost of everything. Like,
Yeah.
I guess with my parents, not more so now, but before, it's like, oh, it's like the classic story of we came to America so that you could do better, or like we did all this so that you can have a good life type of thing. So that's like, if I tell my parents, oh, I'm not doing well, or I can't do this, or like I want to switch major type of thing, then it's more like it makes me upset because like I can't live up to their expectations that, oh, they did come all the way to America just so that I can have like not a better life than them, but like have so much more opportunities for like educations, and I don't have to like work as hard. And then I think it's also on myself because I feel like I don't think, or I think for me, my worst enemy is myself. It's like that I don't know how this saying goes, like your worst person, no, the worst critic is yourself or something. I don't remember, but I agree with that because I think there's nothing that someone has told me that I haven't told myself already, or worse.
Yeah. Man, Spy's hidden with the big quotes.
I try.
Yeah, Sush had exactly the same thought. Generational trauma, which it's funny because generational trauma was our very, very first topic when we started doing Motivational Mondays, because it's funny because generational trauma doesn't only affect like your education, but also even like adulthood, right? So I still feel like the effects of generational trauma right now. And for those of you who are like, what's generational trauma? That is like something really big, and I don't think I'm familiar with that. Essentially, it's when it's like the trauma experienced from, let's say, your parents, for example. So let me ask you, Spy, are your parents born here?
No.
Where were they born?
They're from Vietnam.
Vietnam. So same thing. My parents were from the Philippines. They experienced college over there, and then they immigrated here to do work. And obviously, you know, they come here for greater opportunities to work, have a better life, and then they hope that their children would exceed the life that they experienced when they were younger. So, you know, those hopes and dreams that they had for themselves, it gets kind of pushed onto their children, and then the trauma is with us, and then sometimes we have that same trauma, and then it kind of just keeps going into next generations. So being a creative kid in a family of doctors is a quick trip to being the black sheep. Oh, Mary also experienced generational trauma. A lot of people are resonating. Thank you for the alert, Cosmin and Nikki. The pressure to go STEM in school is real, and the pressure isn't actually talked about, just expected. Yeah. So I think that's kind of like the second part that Spy was saying, right? So even if your family is not putting like explicit pressure on you, like they're not, you know, telling you to do certain things, it's kind of just been ingrained in us, and then you kind of become this like this little voice in your head where it's just like, I have to do better, even if it's not like your parents or whoever's in your home like telling you a certain thing. You kind of just put that like on yourself. So which can be really tough, and that's already a huge mental drain on yourself, because you're just having that kind of negative self-talk every single time. You're like, I have to do this, even if it's I'm not happy about it, but I got to do this for my family, I got to do this for me, I got to do this for my future, you know. So I'm just reading through. I am the only child of 5 kids to reach my parents' medical school dreams. Oh, Mary. Yeah. And that's hard too, especially, I know, Spy, you have a sister. Are you older than her?
I'm a middle child. I have an older brother and younger sister.
Okay. So have expectations been different among like different siblings, or is it kind of equal for all of you?
I'm just kidding. I think I'd say definitely different because I feel like for us, when because our year gap is like 5 years between me and my brother, and then 3 years between me and my sister. So
Mm-hmm.
when my brother was like the only child, they were a lot more strict and more like, oh, strict on him and like doing this and that. But then when I came, wait, what was the question again?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So among like your siblings, are like the expectations your parents have on all of you for your education like the same, or like did they have bigger expectations for like your oldest sibling compared to your youngest one?
Okay. I think yeah. So definitely it's the same now. Now that all of us go to college and all of us
Mm-hmm.
can somewhat take care of ourselves, it's like the same of like as long as we're doing something we are happy with and
Mm.
something that they kind of see as successful, then that is fine with them. And but like I feel like before they would be more strict, but as time goes, they've been less strict. I like to say that my sister is the one that will like marry. My sister is like the one, quote unquote, carrying the doctor's dream. But
Mm.
I feel like all of us will be doing great.
Good. I know not many people have that, but at least like you have that, which is awesome. Crunch, welcome in. How's it going? Celine says, I always felt like I would have to be better than how my parents performed in school in order for them to deem me as worthy of happiness and praise and success. Mm. That's funny you said that, Celine, because I was just talking to someone a few weeks ago how all they like ever wanted was someone to validate them, specifically their parents, and just wanted someone to say that they are proud of them. And I know also culturally for some people, like they don't vocalize being proud, like how do our parents or loved ones express happiness or being proud of you? So sometimes we kind of go the extra mile to like show like, okay, I'm gonna do this so that my parents will validate me and things like that. So hi Crunch, and then hi Jojo, how's it going? um is there anything else you want to talk about this specifically, because we can talk about other things, or actually, you
Not
know
sure.
what, let me check the form. If anyone has questions, again, school life has a ton of different topics, but we can take a look. We can either do the questions at the end, or if people have questions related to like this aspect of school life, you can ask the questions in the form. Otherwise, we can like talk about different categories of it. So let's see. Okay, someone did ask a question, but I think that'll be a good one for near the end.
Okay. I think it's like hard. I think it's like almost the expectations, like just trying to hear parents saying that they're proud of you, which is kind of sad. Like I don't know. It's hard. I agree with that.
It
That's all.
is hard, yeah. Again, it's just generational trauma. They probably haven't had someone in their life tell them that they're proud, and they probably done the same thing. So children model their behavior off of their environment. So if they're like, well, this is how my parents treat me, so I'm going to do the same thing for my kids, right? So
Hmm.
uh Jojo, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for coming in. So if people don't have specific questions about this one, we can talk more about it if, people are struggling with this one specifically. But if people don't have any questions for now, again, you can click exclamation point or type exclamation point form. Otherwise, we'll talk about a different like aspect of mental health and student life. Do you want to pick a category, or we can go down the list? Up to you.
Uh, you can pick one next. I
You can
think
pick
since I
one.
picked the first one, you could go off the next one.
Okay. Yeah. I think expectations is a good one, because I think that starts off the reason of like, okay, why do I go to school, and like why do I kind of sustain that? The second one, I think the social aspect of school, whether you're in high school or in college. I know it's a little bit different, because I know some people are like in grad school, and some of you are doing online schooling. So I know the social aspect might not be there, but Question for Spike: how to be so handsome like you?
No, stop it. Next question. Just eat your veggies. I don't know.
Eat your veggies? Okay, eat your veggies and then you'll be handsome. Done. Yeah, no, so I think, like, folks who are, I know it's different. Some people commute, some people go to school, but they don't really join clubs. Not the veggies. I forgot.
Gabe asked, which veggies?
Which veggies? I don't know. What are your veggies you like?
I like lettuce.
Lettuce? Okay, just eat your lettuce, everyone.
Lettuce and no cauliflower. I don't like cauliflower.
Cauliflower is good, son. Okay, Cosmic will eat the veggies. Yeah, so let's talk about like loneliness and kind of just fitting in, right? If there's anyone in here who is in high school, feel free to let us know. But I think we'll touch more like on the college side of things. But if there's anyone who wants like high school advice, let us know. But yeah, I'm gonna gear this question towards folks who are starting college or soon to start college or in college right now, right? So I think one thing that I've noticed with the current freshmen that I work with, a lot of them get really like hung up on like just being independent. Like when I check in, I'm like, hey, how's like your first semester going? They're like, I never realized it's so hard to like learn to be like alone because you're away from your family. High schoolers, you literally see people 24/7 every single day for a long time. But then in college, it's like, yeah, you have friends, but you don't have classes with them all the time. And then you have like large breaks in between classes where you're just like, oh, I don't go to my next class. I can just go back to my dorm, or I can just eat food by myself. And some people just like don't know how to like cope with that reality of like using that like freedom. So, and that can be a lot because some people are just so used to having people with them, but then other people just get super lonely. So I don't know if you had a similar experience with your transition, or you could just talk about Spy, like kind of like how did your first year of college went.
When you said lonely, I was like, oh, 100%. I feel like I was also a commuter. To add on to like, I commute from home to school. And as a first year, everyone's doing that dorm life. And like as a first year, I feel like if you can dorm and if it's within your budget, I would 100% say do it, so then you can have those. Because in high school, like Jess said about like, you're literally in the same class every day and you always see them, so it's hard not to be lonely. But in college, if you have your dorm, you can kind of have someone that you see almost every day. But for me, it's like I was a commuter and it was definitely hard for me to fit in because everyone had their dorm people. And for me, it's like I remember one thing that I remember clearly is when I parked like a mile away from campus because that's like the cheapest parking lot too. And then I remember I went out there to go eat my lunch and I was like feeling lonely, and I look at my sandwich and I got like the ketchup package, right? And I drew a smiley face on the sandwich. Let me see if I can find it.
My
And then after that, I posted it on my Instagram, I think, just like for people to like comment or something. But yeah, so if I was lonely, at least I had my sandwich.
Spy! Oh my god! Everyone give a heart or a hug to Spy Cat. That is so cute. Also,
I don't know if this pick up.
Oh, did you post that the same day, or did you like save that and you later posted that?
Let me see. Oh no, it was like a recap post. Like, oh, this is how school's going so far.
Oh, That's so wholesome. I love it. Cuteness overload. You know, it's so funny. I'm gonna make sure I go back to you, but it's so funny. I made a joke that like, oh, Spike Ant's my son, but as you said that story, I legit had a similar story.
No way.
I didn't draw a smiley face on my sandwich, but my senior year of college, I was in PT school. No worries, Park. Thank you. I was in anatomy and I didn't eat the whole day. I was starving and I was so stressed out with school and also lonely at the time because I got out of a relationship a few months ago. And then I was like going to like our big like student hall to like order food, and then I run into a friend and they're like, "Oh, Jess, how's it going?" And I was like, "Oh, you know, school." Are you a DPT? Not anymore. I used to way back when. So I was like, yeah, I'm just like gonna get food, and they were like, oh, let me treat you to a sandwich, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, you know what? I'm hungry. I'll take the free sandwich. And then I get the sandwich. I go to my apartment. My roommates were not there, and I was eating the sandwich, and I felt like I was starving. Like I haven't eaten like for days. So when I took a bite into that sandwich, I just started crying.
Oh.
So your sandwich reminded me of my sandwich.
No, because it's funny because I think that sandwich was odd. I eat 3 meals now, but first year I also didn't eat. I only eat 1 meal a day at most. It
In
was really
college?
bad. Yeah. Like my fun fact that I tell people is I've gone almost 2 days without eating.
Spy.
Don't worry, I eat now. I
Oh,
make sure
good.
everyone eats. Yeah, but sandwich trauma bonding. But yes.
That was the longest you went without eating?
Mhm.
Oh my,
I think
wait,
it's like,
was this your first year of college?
yeah, definitely. It's like because like sometimes I'd be like too lazy to pack my lunch because as a commuter you have to pack your own lunch. You don't have like the
Right.
fancy school money. That's a scam. But yeah. But I like, yeah, I didn't have that, and then I would just go to class, and then when I come back to my car, I'd be like either too tired or I just want to sleep because I'm just by myself, you know, I just want to pass time. And then I would go sleep, go home, do my homework, go sleep, wake up and repeat the same thing until I realized I was like, my stomach is mad at me. And then I eat.
Oh. Everyone wants to make a sandwich for you.
Okay, I love sandwiches actually.
Spykant has a friend behind him that scared me. Oh, that's his sister studying.
Yeah, if you see some hands, that's my sister.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it's just so real because the transition is just really hard, especially for like, yeah, I can't imagine commuters because it's like we're trying to save money. Sorry if we're bothering your sister.
No, she's like, oh, you could see me in the camera.
Just
Wait.
your hands. You're okay.
It's fine though. Yeah.
Can I cook tonkatsu for Spy? I'm sure he would be happy.
Oh, I love tonkatsu.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's hard, especially I can't imagine for commuter students because like, yeah, you don't get that like social bonding right away, but it's like you have to do what you need to do to like save money. It's also not just like for you, but it's like, you know, whoever's funding your education, right? So you don't really like have a choice. So I know we talk about kind of like do nows or like how did you cope with that, but what's something that kind of helped you because with like, I don't know, kind of getting through school as a commuter? Did you join any like
I
clubs or
did.
like how did you make some friends as a commuter student?
I think also I want to bring up, if you have to commute, like I know I said earlier that if you can do dorm, then 100% do it. But if you have to commute, it's fine. I commuted all 4 years. It's also a good way to save money, like a lot of money. Like you maybe have to spend time transporting to and from school, but it's a lot cheaper than having to pay for like the full tuition of dorms and stuff. So yes, commuting is fine. And then like it's also fine because how I went through it is like I joined VSA, which is like
What's
a
VSA?
which is a student org. It's like a culture org. It's like Vietnamese Student Association. Because I'm Viet, you don't have to be Viet to join any of these clubs, but like that's what I joined, and then I decided to just put myself out there and run for a board position, like an intern. And then after that, I already have that board and I have to interact with them. And then those people, since now, were one of the first friends that I made in college. So I think the best way is like, just as hard as it sounds, just put yourself out there, because just how you are trying to find friends, other first years are also trying to find friends, and you're bound to run into someone with either similar ideas, and then you just do those icebreakers, and then you never know, they could be like your best friend now and stuff.
I agree. Mary also said join clubs if you're commuting. It's funny. I teach a. Wow, this makes me sound like such an old professional. But one thing with my job is that I teach a class in the first semester called, it's like a 101, like a university 101 class. And we do hella icebreakers. And I know students hate the icebreakers, but you know, sometimes it's just something you have to do in terms of like connecting people with each other. It doesn't mean that every single person that you meet is going to be your best friend, but at least like you are exposing yourself to new people who could potentially be your friend, right? College trips, like international trips too. Met my best friends on those. Ooh, that's so fun, Jojo. Saying my high school life wasn't the greatest, but I found so much comfort and solace in clubs. Yes. And I know it, we could maybe talk about this but I know for people who have a lot of social anxiety or very nervous about, walking into those clubs, I think, like, as you said, right, the good thing about first year students is that everyone is just kind of figuring things out. It's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to work in college in the first place, because it's such like a huge molding experience. You really truly find yourself in college because you're learning more about you're figuring out like who you want to be as a person, and like other people are doing that too, so it's like you can all suffer together and just like, I don't know, experience like learning about each other with each other.
Yeah.
Literally, I wouldn't be great friends with one of my dearest friends if it wasn't for a college icebreaker. Yes. And actually, fun fact, Celine, the Real Italian, they were on my stream, I think 2 weeks ago. We were floor mates. We were on the same floor. Another day, I'd love to hear about your transition from DPT to pedagogy. Yes. Maybe we'll do careers one day. One of my biggest regrets in undergrad was not getting into orgs or other extracurriculars. I definitely missed out on a lot of opportunities. Oh shit! Sorry.
My ears.
My ears.
Oh, my ears.
Hey, Cole. Hi, Cole. W. Ray.
W. Ray.
Cole is motivating my Monday. Michael, welcome in. Hold on, shout out Cole. Oh god, I just shout out Cole. Shout out Deptical. No shout out, too bad. You get in one. Thought that was an ad. Sorry, that was so loud. Ray jump scare. Oh, thanks for the hydrate candy. I'm hydrating with Dunkin'. I remember.
Coffee from Dunkin' Donuts?
I know, it's 9 p.m. and I'm drinking coffee. Thank you for the follow, JDZ. Remember meeting for the first time in front of our dorm's elevator and bonding with another Filipino. I don't remember that, Celine, but I'm glad. Oh, sorry, I should introduce. I'm sorry, Spy. What's good? Spy can't send me.
JDZ joined my stream. I was like, what is this? A e-dating show?
E-dating? Like, oh, God, imagine. E-dating. You know what's funny? People, when I was a high school teacher, for context, I'm not shy about my age. I'm 27, everyone. W-E-date? No.
You don't look a day over 21, don't worry.
Yeah, no, I am 27, and when I was a high school teacher, my high school freshmen, they are 13 years old, they thought I was a student. So they thought I was like a senior. So it's okay.
Did you have like
returning.
the weird crushes?
Oh yeah, I definitely did.
Oh, damn.
That'll be a different story. But
I
like,
mean, yeah, that's a different story, but yeah.
No, that I had the crushes, but then like once I gave the homework, they're like, "Oh, Miss L ain't cute anymore." So, but sorry. So welcome, Deptical's community. That's so weird. I have to call it Deptical Cole. Welcome from Cole's community. I am Miso Soup, aka Jess, and we are here with Spykant, aka Vincent or Vince?
Either or, both work.
Both work. We're just talking about school life and mental health. Welcome on in. We are doing Motivational Monday. We just talked about different aspects of kind of like school life that's affecting our mental health. We kind of talked about family expectations. We just kind of wrapped up talking about like becoming independent and like experiencing social groups for the first time when you transition to college. A lot of things. So we do a fancy thing with the form. If you have questions or if you're experiencing some blues because of school life, feel free, ask some questions to Spy, ask some questions to me. But welcome in. And JD, please know this is not an e-dating show. So, Spycat is my son.
Yeah, so that's my mother.
Yeah, I am his mom. But yes, everyone gets some soups as Jay has put them so kindly. This is the best e-dating show ever. Every Monday, imagine. I need more females on this show, so please, or not show, whatever this is. I need more females, so I guess it could still be an e-dating show. Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama. Oh no.
Oh no, oh god. Let me check the form really quick if there's any questions. Ooh, these are some good questions, but they're kind of relevant to some of the next topics here. Okay. All right. If no one has any questions about, being independent for the first time or loneliness, feel free. You're more than welcome to ask away some questions. Dinner time. Yes. Eat food. Everyone eat food. Mugen, feel free, ask away. If I somehow don't see it, please go to ! form. E-dating, no, this is not a dating show. Please. The title is above.
I strongly encourage people though to push yourself a little bit, even if it's just a little bit, to join the clubs. Like don't be scared.
Yes. Yeah. And even if you're out of college and you feel like, man, I regret or have missed like this big experience, right? I know one thing that I not like regret, at least at the time, maybe I did, but not so much now, was that my friends during the summers, they got to live in Milwaukee in college, but I also commuted, so I never got to experience living in an apartment during the summer and enjoy like summer life. But sometimes you just kind of have to accept or, live out the situation you're in. But later down the line, honestly, I'm just like, well, it really didn't matter, right? So you kind of just have to put into perspective like what's within your control and like, what is something that's genuinely gonna make you happy,
Yeah, exactly.
JD says join frats. And
join frats.
I think
if you're comfortable with it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, join anything that makes you comfortable. I think Spy, I resonate with you because we joined like ethnic organizations because we're more comfortable being with people that look like us, right? But Greek life, if that's something you're into, I know that Greek life is very intimidating for some folks, but if that's your jam, do it, I think there's a lot of stigmas that come with certain organizations, but it's just all a matter of like finding people that mesh well with you, right? Mary said, biggest thing in undergrad was taking school too seriously. I never went out, and that's something I really regret. Great way to transition to the next kind of maybe topic. Mary, is more about like the education aspect of things, right? Like the actual ways of like studying, because clearly studying for high school exams is way different from some college exams.
100%. 100%.
And
But yes, I'll
like
let you finish.
yeah, and like the idea of like I don't know, it's weird. High school is like teachers, but then when you go to college, you address them as like professor and doctor. And sometimes that relationship is like not there because you go from a class of like 20 something students or maybe even like 32 for bigger classrooms, and then all of a sudden you're in a lecture hall of like 100 plus kids, so you're just like, what am I doing here? So I don't know if you want to talk more about that, Spy.
To give context too, one of my classes I am currently has 600 students in one lecture. And I'm
600?
like, yeah, the building is built for 600 students.
Holy. Oh no, the lecture hall or the building?
Lecture hall.
That
I know,
Holy.
it's crazy.
is a lot. For what class? It was like a science class?
Yeah, it's a oceanography class for stuff about Earth.
That many students take that class?
I think it's like also an easy A class. It's like something like
Oh.
it's like one of those boosters, but also one of like the general education classes that you could take.
Everyone is freaking out. 600. Mary asked, what's your major again?
Oh, human bio.
Human bio. Yeah,
Human bio.
600 students for one class. That's actually that's wild. Yeah. That's a whole concert.
That's the whole concert, yeah.
Kudos to the prop. Honestly, I can't. That's a whole ass major. Miso, our private school education is showing I feel 400 plus students was so normal for my public university friends. That's facts. Yeah, we went to private school. Biggest regret was being too socially tied to my significant other and not making a diverse set of friends. Yeah, I see that everyone's kind of like resonating with the topic, which we can go talk about different kind of can-dos near the end. So again, thank you everyone for just sharing like your personal experiences and just having conversations with each other, and just thank you everyone for just being here and just being respectful of like the space and just being able to have conversations. If it's not me and Spy interacting with your question, I'm just like glad that everyone is able to at least talk with each other about it. So sorry if we like don't touch on like every comment that we see.
It's also nice to see that, like, because sometimes I say stuff and I don't know if other people agree, and then that makes me worry, like, oh, am I just saying stuff, like pulling stuff out of my ass? I'm like, uh-oh.
No.
No, but yeah, it's nice to see that everyone's interacting and stuff.
Yeah. No, you are doing great. Everyone give a heart to Spycant because he's doing great and sharing great experiences and things. So, but yeah, studying and professors. 600 students is a lot. Like, what has been like helpful for you, or like maybe what has been difficult for you when you first like, started doing classes in college? And you don't and you don't have to expose like what grades you get because I was not a good student.
I don't really care if I don't really care if I expose myself. I was just gonna expose myself right now. So I think because I failed my first year of college, and that's why I'm taking a fifth year to remake some of the classes that I failed. And I think that's like, I don't regret. I guess like it's those things that if I did better, if I did this and that, then I wouldn't be taking this and I would have been graduated already. But that's already passed, and I'm just saying like, I actually realized it's okay to fail. It's not going to be the end of the world. But at the same time, it also makes you realize if you want to do well, you can always utilize. I think most people know what office hours, but if you don't know, it's like professors like give time out of their set classes so that you can talk to them. I feel like the biggest thing you could do is to. Oh, I blanked.
You're good. Take your time.
I think you could like talk to the professor, use that hours, don't be shy. They're there for you to help. even though they're named like professors, doctors, they always love people coming because there's no one that comes usually, and then they love helping
Mm.
students. Like during like maybe during lecture they can't help you because there's like 50 other people lining up to ask them questions, but when it's like a one-on-one thing, it's like definitely helpful. Um, but yeah, I feel like don't stress too much about school. I feel like it's like I wish I didn't fail my first year, but at the same time, it was like a slap to the face that I was just worried too much about it. But yeah.
Mm.
Oh, also, uh, I guess advice, but like high school, how do I don't know where I was going this. I'm all over the place, but high school is definitely. I wanted to bring up a point about like how you were saying that high school and college is different.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely had to change the way I study for college, because if you're getting into college, it's a lot more independent work, and you just have to like make sure you're on top of the schedule. I think my answer was all over the place, but yeah.
No, you're fine. We can break down everything. It
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone is trying to figure out the family tree because they realize that you're my son.
Oh yes.
Hi, Bree. Welcome in. Oh, wait, it's 10:20. For some reason, Bree, I thought you were in the UK this whole time, like Lao. But yes, yeah, to just kind of break down your answer, I agree. So let's talk about the first part you said with like the professors. Again, it's funny because I'm an academic advisor, so literally my job is when students are freaking out about classes, they come to me for advice on like what to do. So essentially, there's different ways that we talk about the conversation. So either it's like a major change, sometimes it's just talking about study tips or things like that. But I agree, talking to the professors, I know it's not like the easiest thing, but what you said, Spy, is that some professors don't really have students come to office hours, mainly because one, like especially if a large lecture hall of 600 students, right? You don't really get that one-on-one relationship with the professor compared to maybe with a high school teacher because the classes are just so large. And then unfortunately there are some professors who don't have office hours because of the fact that they don't want too many students coming in. But that's why if there's a TA, utilize the TA because that's essentially their job, is to help more directly with the students. But just utilizing pretty much any resources that you have like accessible to you. So whether it's the professor, whether it's like a tutoring center or whatever, right? Sometimes you just have to like take that next step and to just kind of initiate going in. And that's one thing that I see a lot of first year or even like just college students in general struggle with, is just the initiation part. So whether it's like initiating to go to a club for the first time, initiating themselves to like send that email to a professor because they're worried about a grade, or just like asking for help. I think that's kind of like the biggest takeaway, is that like some people just don't know like how to ask for help, right? But I resonate with you, Spy, again, because the funny thing with school, unless you're trying to get into like medical school where you have to aim for a certain GPA, right? Other majors, failing a class isn't the end of the world. And actually, I'll take that back. If you are someone who's interested in med school and you do fail a class, sometimes it's kind of good to fail because it sets realistic expectations for you, right? Obviously, if you have that hope of going to med school and you fail a class, sometimes it puts into perspective, like, is this like for me, the first class that I failed was organic chemistry.
Oh, lovely. Me too.
Oh, let's go. Screw that class. Oh god, I
100.
freaking hate organic chemistry. And it's funny, I somehow, oh yeah, see, everyone's like, frick Orgo. Organic chemistry, for those who were not STEM majors, was a weed out class of all the chemistry classes. That was the class that was like, if you fail this class, like you switch majors, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. The bio version was cell biology for my school. Like, I don't know how I passed that class. But yeah, it was.
I
it
kind
was
of like
rough.
cell bio.
You like cell bio? I it just went over my head. Um, and the last class, Celine, that we've talked about was anatomy. I was failing anatomy. I loved the class, but my mental health was not great. I just could not like piece together like which bones and things and muscle groups were connected. So yes, freaking anatomy. Yeah, so the point being, right, is that kind of like what you said, Spy, despite the pressures of kind of figuring everything out and learning how to study and things like that, utilize the resources. But also, again, what you said, like if you do fail, it's not the end of the world. Gabe failed a class, you failed a class, I failed a class, but we all got a degree. So
I failed my chem class 3 times. But anyways, yes.
but you're because you're in grad school right now, or are you still in
No,
undergrad?
I'm still undergrad.
Oh, okay.
I'm finishing this quarter.
Oh, okay, but see, you're going to get a degree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I failed 2 classes. I got a degree. So the saying is like C's get degrees, and it was so funny because in high school I was a straight A student, so I had to like accept that reality when I went to college that it's okay to not get A's.
Okay, it's like you're telling me it's okay to fail and to succeed. I think like it's okay to fail a class, but don't try to fail. That doesn't mean that you can't put in the work and like, oh, you'll be okay.
Right.
Like, you definitely have to put in the work, and then it's more like if you fail, it's not the end of the world, but then it should like motivate you to like see what you can change, to see how you could do better, reflect on it, and then you move on, putting in like a motivational boost.
Yes. T plus. Sorry, I'll catch up with the chat. But yes, 100%. There were definitely moments where I studied for organic chemistry, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do well tomorrow. But I was procrastinating and studying the day before, and clearly that doesn't do anything, right? So yeah, I agree 100%, Spy. You have to still put in the work into something. But I also want to say, if you're not liking what you're studying, when you find that subject that you really, really like, it's actually more motivating for you to study stuff that you like because you actually like the topic. Me, I didn't realize that I didn't like the topic until senior year, but I've been like passing barely. So if you figure that out early on, the better. So oh, bye Artsy, thank you for the lurk. Sorry, I will catch up everything. I'm so sorry. I know everyone is tell Spy expectation versus reality. He found out unfortunately with his first year, but it's a good check on himself how to study or intake information to succeed. Yes. And here you are. You didn't give up on school, and you're still going.
100%. It was a big slap to the face, and it's also probably one of the moments where like, again, why am I even doing school if I can't even pass my first year?
Mm-hmm.
Like, usually people take like general education class or like the basics first, but it's okay. I just needed to study differently, and then also as a first year, like just don't. I don't know. There's also like a lot of other variables that happen in your life at the moment. Sometimes you fail class because of outside source that's not even in your control type of thing.
Yes. And those are like one of the hardest things to deal with because there's only so much that you can control, right? And I think as humans, we try our best, unless you're someone who kind of go with the flow. If Cosmic, you are still here, I've been using that video you sent me to practice is just kind of going with the flow. But especially for folks who are like type A, like you really just want to make sure you're kind of in control of different things. There's just some things that just realistically, like we can't, we just can't, what do you call it? Like deal with, right? Like there's family stuff, there's like social circles, there's things like that. It's hard to find balance. And I think with college, they just kind of help you, I don't know, just adjust with all of that. So, Spy knows we had some questions. I just want to go through here because I'm like, oh man, time is flying.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see here. So we kind of already talked about studying. I know we didn't talk about roommates, but I think there is a question in here. So let's see. Let's do this one. So this could be for the two of us because we were just talking about teachers. This one says, what can teachers or other authority figures at school do to better help improve their students' mental health?
That's a good question.
I can go first if...
Yeah, you could go first.
Yeah. This is speaking from someone on the professional side, as someone who is an advisor and who's someone who was a high school teacher. There is, for context, for folks who are not from the US, the American education system is just, in my personal opinion, just not the best. One, it's hella expensive. Two, we're just underfunded and under-resourced. And for those folks who are going to private schools, it is super, super expensive. I mean, even public school colleges are just so, so expensive. Short hair Jess is tier 1, thank you. Hi, AJ. So for me, as someone who was a student and now in the education system, one, there just needs to be a lot more supports for students in terms of mental health needs. Some of them are just not readily accessible, but it's not really at the fault of the school sometimes. There's just not enough counselors, and even if we do have counselors provided at school, they're just very, very underpaid. And that's, I think, something not just like within education, but just in a spectrum. Just like counselors in general are just very, very underpaid, and they do so much for, you know, everyone, not necessarily just students, but for anyone who does need those services. It's just hard. So that's why usually therapists, they end up working in a private clinic or elsewhere. They don't really want to work in a school or in a high school, just because of the fact that the pay there is just a lot worse compared to, you know, privately owned businesses and things like that. But in terms of like things that teachers or professors can do, is just showing a little bit of grace to students, of like recognizing that, one, there's a lot of things and reasons why students get really stressed out. I think because of COVID, more professors have been a little bit more understanding that students are kind of going through a lot of mental health issues because of COVID back then, and just kind of like the transition of kind of getting back into school life post-COVID and things like that. So I've noticed that teachers have been showing a little bit more grace and understanding when students speak out, like, hey, is it possible if I can get an extension on my paper? You know, my mental health hasn't been the best, and things like that. So some of them have been a little bit more lenient. I'll kind of talk about this a little bit at the end, just like the importance of making sure you find the resources and the supports you need. Because at least at the school I am at, some professors are willing, but sometimes you need a little bit of documentation, because unfortunately there are just some students who kind of use that to their advantage and are just like, oh, I am like not in the best state, but just genuinely they're just like just being lazy, right? But there's really no way for us to like validate if they're being lazy or genuinely depressed. So there's some more logistical sides of things, but in general, I think professors just need to have like this blanket understanding that like students are just going through a lot right now. That is my long answer.
That's a good answer. Yeah, it just reminded me. I think what I want to say is, I guess it's a little different between high school and college, but for high school, I think the biggest thing is to be a little more aware, because I think for me, I was going through it in high school like a lot of people other too, but I was scared to reach out. And like I knew we had counselors, but I didn't know we had a psychiatrist at my school. So I was like, that was like crazy. But I think it was like my film teacher realized that in my script I was writing pretty dark, and that's when she referred me to the psychiatrist. So I think that's probably the best thing that a teacher in high school, because I know in college there's like 600 students, it's hard to like realize who's going through it and who's not. But for high school, I'd say the best one is like being a little more aware. And then I guess for both high school and college, I think I could see something that I do, not only just professors, it's like reminding people that resources are available, because uh, sometimes people don't realize how much stuff is available for them, so for them to utilize, and a constant reminder like, oh. And then also it's like another thing, that it's okay to use these resources, because I guess it's like one of the things I mentioned at the beginning of stream is like people have like a negative connotation to this, but it's actually okay for you to use these resources. If anything, it's really good that you're using these resources because it benefits you, and it helps you through whatever you're going through.
Yeah, Mary said I went to SJSU. I don't know where that is, but it seems like you said California. Or maybe not, I'm sorry. And they offered free services for us, free psychiatry, therapy. That's awesome. I think the school I'm working at provides that too, but they're kind of like a small office a little bit. Oh, San Jose State. Okay. So it's like not in like a centered part of campus where students can just kind of walk. It's a little bit out of the way. So kind of like the placement of it is just not an ideal spot for students to just kind of openly walk into. And I feel like that's important, because if it's kind of like in an isolated spot, students are not willing to walk in there. So is yours like in an accessible area, Spy? Do you know?
We have like a building for it. So yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. I didn't put into context. Is your school like huge? I'm assuming so. If you had like 600 students in a lecture hall.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I think for my school, it's like one big school split into like split into 8 different colleges, units in that college. But yeah, it's pretty big.
Pretty big. Yours was in the center of campus. That's good. Yeah. And I know sometimes like depending on like how old the school is, sometimes placement is just can't be helped. So they're also limited in how many sessions they offer. Yes, I think that's how mine was. I tried my school's therapy sessions for like 1 semester because I was also stressed out with my first year of college, but it wasn't as helpful when I used it at the time because it just seemed repetitive and I felt like I wasn't building a relationship with the counselor. But there's different modes and ways of getting through, and also you don't have to feel like you have to use the resources on your campus. I know some students use like outside therapists as well. So listen, thank you everyone for your input. Oops, sorry, go ahead, Spy.
No, it's okay. I think also for me, I realize sometimes the sessions aren't long enough.
Yes.
At my school, it's like 20 minutes, and then I realize I don't know how anyone could solve an issue in 20 minutes. But I don't know how you could fix that, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my sessions with my students, they're not therapy, obviously, but we only meet for 30 minutes. Some students only use 10 minutes. Some need like an hour. So I think that's hard, especially for people who want to have like a counselor talk to them, because, there's so many students on a college campus and there's only so many, therapists. So they kind of have to condense it in 30 minutes, but it doesn't look at the full scope of like the student's needs, which is hard. Oh, no worries, Jay. Thank you so much for being here. I'm saving to try and get a CDA to work on child education online. Oh, that's awesome, Cosmic. Everyone is going through things even if they don't know it. Yes, people want to be productive, but things get in the way. Sometimes it's hard to identify the problem, though. I agree. Night, everyone. Thank you for the input. Sorry, and I know we have, hold on, how long it's been? We have like 30-ish minutes. I just want to be mindful of your time, Spy. Do you have anything
Oh, I
going
have
on?
nothing. I have nothing planned today. I booked the entire day for this, so I
Ah,
literally have nothing.
okay, just making sure because I don't want to feel like we're rushing through questions.
Also, I'm like 2 hours before you, so I have plenty of time.
Oh, you right. It's just me. No, we chilling. All right. Let's see. Well, the second question we have is school can be time consuming and truly suck all of your time away. Do you ever feel like you completely ignore how you feel while being in school? I think there are some folks who said here, like, that they kind of focus too much on school and then they kind of just ignored maybe social life or just like, you know, making themselves happy, while going through school.
I think those people are the people that I worry about the most, because it goes to the point where, like, I don't know if it's actually right, but it's like, are we talking about those people who would like keep busy, like those people who would always do work, always school, and if they don't do it, they don't know what to do, and that's when they panic?
Yeah, I would say so. Or more so, I think the person is saying like they don't kind of like recognize how they're feeling. I think like those are the people who are kind of just like always on the go. Even if like for people who are not students, they kind of just like keep going every single, like they keep constantly doing things that they don't take time to like check in with themselves. That they're like, oh, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Like, oh, I'm feeling this type of way. They're just kind of like constantly like moving.
I don't know.
No,
Wait,
no,
it's
no,
like,
you're okay.
wait, was there a question about that, or was that?
Yeah, so, and again, everyone, we're looking at some questions that people put on the form, which we have it pinned right now. And feel free, if people have thoughts, you're more than welcome to interject. This is not just for me and Spy to answer. This is like an open, like, forum for people to just kind of talk about. So the question that this person had was, sometimes school can be time consuming and truly suck all your time away, right? Because you're just so focused on studying, you're just focusing on doing well. Cosmic just said that they're afraid of failing, right? So their question is, do you ever feel like you completely ignore how you feel while being in school? Oh, thanks, Crunch. It's hard for me because I haven't been in school for a long, long, long time. So anyone who's currently a student, you can share like your thoughts. But at least from what I remember when I was a student, Lord Kana Ohana, thank you for the follow. I'm not sure if it's AJ or Sush on it right now, but thank you. At least from what I remembered when I was a first year student, I wanted to do well in my first year of college. Oh, it's Sush. Thank you. Welcome. I wanted to focus on doing well. So my first semester of college, I tried avoiding having a social life. Oh my god, Kuya. Thank you for the 300 bits. Hold on, let me...
On W part.
Did he also swing by?
No, I'm just saying W in general.
Oh, W in general. Thank you, Kuya. Yeah. So I think like first semester of college, I didn't want to have a social life because I knew I had to like focus on school. But because I was constantly on the go and just sitting and like only doing that, I was actually experiencing like chest pain for the first time, and I didn't like recognize that it was because of like stress. I was just like, okay, I'm noticing something physically different about me, but I wasn't kind of pinpointing that it was like my anxiety and my stress like manifesting into like physical symptoms because I was just constantly studying, right? So I kind of ignored like the physical parts, but then until I told my mom, she was like, are you feeling stressed? Are you doing it? And I was like, I don't know. Until I kind of like had to stop for a bit and be like, oh yeah, I'm really overwhelmed and I should talk to someone about this or like need some help. So I think I've definitely experienced that, but I had to kind of recognize to take a step back to like kind of check in with like how I'm feeling, if that makes sense, By.
Okay, yes. I think for me, the moment I knew I needed to check on myself, well, because for me, I don't know, this question was kind of hard for me, because like for me, it's like a work in progress, but it's like hard for me to express myself.
Mm.
So like trying to look at my emotions and like how I feel about something was probably one of my lowest priority. And like just doing school and stuff and doing well, I didn't really focus. So I don't know. That was hard. That was hard. But I think the moment that I realized that I needed to like, I realized that I went to that point was that I realized I started saying things like negatively.
Mm.
Like I think I can't think, like an example would be like, oh, um how do I say this? It's like, oh, okay, sorry.
No, you're okay. Don't apologize.
I think the moment I realized was like, I would say things that were almost too much. Like I would say, oh, I don't want to do this because, or I don't know how to say it. Can I say I'm a message because I don't want to say it, and then it might trigger things. But I'll
Okay,
DM
yeah, DM me. Mary, I'm taking 26.5 credit hours because that's how my program is. Is that for one semester? I don't know how your school works because 26 is a lot for my school. And I relate to this. I don't ever recognize how I feel until I have free time. Ooh. Honestly, it's for a trimester. Oh, okay. For our school, 18 credits is our max, but you could take 20. You can override it to take 21 credits, but you can't go beyond that. Oh, just let me know.
I sent it.
Okay. For post-grad? No, this is for undergrad. I don't know the rules for post-grad. Let's see.
I guess it's just like negative thoughts in general.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll
specify. Okay. Yeah. So I think what you're phrasing. Happy you checked out the video I sent and helped in a way. Cosmic, I'll message you later, but it's really helped a lot with a lot of things in my life right now. But I think what you just sent me, Spy. So I think without actually saying the phrase that you use, I think
I don't want to either, but
no, you're okay. I think you're trying to say that you kind of just endure like everything. And you're just like, well, I'm just going to kind of suffer through the pain and just kind of deal with it as I go on without actually taking like the steps to like recognize, everything you're going through and finding the help that you need to support that. You're just like, it's just like, I'm just going to tough it out.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Is that it? Okay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Yes. I think, yes. It's like, that's why I think to the point where like I'd say I'd tough it out. I guess it's ties to like me setting my emotions as last priority, because I felt I would say those things and then I would tough it out, and then I'd say, well, if I'm feeling this way, it doesn't matter. It's like I'll just push it aside. I'll get through whatever I'm working on first, and then I'll deal with it later. And then when later comes, I forget that I was stressed about this thing in the first place. And then not until my friend says, hey, that's kind of toxic of you. You need to stop and stuff. And also, not until I started dreaming about my stress. Like, I think a lot of my dreams was, I won't specify, but like a lot of my dreams had a lot of stuff in it. And I would Google, what does these dreams mean? And all of them says, you are stressed. And I was like, oh. And that was the moment I took a step back, recollected myself, talked to people, like reorganized things, and realized that I was letting school eat me up, or not just school, but any other issues that I had going on.
Yeah, No, thanks for sharing. And I'm glad that you had a friend like see that with you, because sometimes like we need those outside people in our life to call us out, because sometimes like if you're that person who's constantly on the go, sometimes it's hard to see like the struggles you're going through yourself if you're like, not taking a break to check in. So, because there's definitely people like you, Spy, who are just like, well, I'm struggling right now, but I'm just gonna keep going because, maybe if I keep going, like, eventually it's gonna be okay. But now you're just like building up all that like stress and anxiety to a point where, like, well, what is my limit? And then you're eventually gonna have a tipping point where it can manifest to like whatever, mental health issue that may be.
Yeah.
So, ask if I can't on dating advice.
Maybe another episode.
Another episode. Let's see what other questions we have here.
I feel like dating can spiral down so many things too. But yes.
Let's see. I want to save that one for last. This one we haven't touched upon it, but I know roommates is something that a lot of people struggle with in college. I know people don't have like the best housemates. So this person's question is how to deal with selfish and inconsiderate housemates. I've had 3 who were passive aggressive. When I asked 2 of them politely, they just worsened their behaviors to retaliate. Like one girl slammed the door louder after I asked her to close it quietly because she leaves around 6 a.m. So for the 3rd and current one, I haven't said anything. Hold on, I'm gonna... feel free, again, if you have questions, type in exclamation point form. It's also pinned. And if you want to respond to any of these questions, I know some people like to offer advice, especially for those of you who are post school. But here's the question if anyone has some thoughts on that. And then Spike, because you could also read it as well. It's been a while since I've had a roommate. My roommate is my family. And I know you. I know you could too. Yeah. So that's why I offer that to anyone who's experienced like housemate issues. That's tough. If it's like, if you're only living with them for a year, if this is not an apartment and this is just like your residence hall, my first thing that I would say is to talk to your RA. About like conflict issues, because that's their initial role, is to make sure that the people on your floor feel safe. If you talk to the RA and you are interested in maybe like moving out, I know there's some people who are able to move to a different dorm or a different room like mid-semester. So unfortunately, if this is going on in the beginning, then you'll kind of have to wait until the next semester to move out, which can be kind of tough. So if you kind of have to endure just like a few months being with those like inconsiderate housemates, if you're in a place where you can still feel safe around them and those are just little things that they do, it's hard. It's like if you tell them nicely so many times, and if you're close to like the 2nd and 3rd roommate, maybe you could talk about it with them. But if everyone else is like inconsiderate in general, I don't know. That's really tough.
Yeah, that is tough. I feel like if you could stick it out and just for the year and then try to find other people to live with. But I don't know, that's hard.
When I had bad roommates, I talked to my RA. Basically, I had to stick up for myself and actually be upfront and mean about it. Yeah, whoever you are, you have patience, because I wouldn't.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I was lucky because for my school we had we had a Facebook group where you can like find roommates, and then it's almost like Tinder. Like you talk about like, what's your major? What are you interested in? So I found my roommates through a Facebook group, and then we all met each other and our parents before move-in day, and we just really like clicked really well. So I was fortunate that I didn't have like a random.
That's so cute.
Yeah, that I didn't have a random roommate. So yeah, because I think I would be very scared. In my initial experience of college was that. Learn from the Parent Trap, assert dominance with the prank war. If that's something you're currently experiencing, one, I'm sorry that that's been your experience. And for anyone else who's been having a tough transition with college or experiencing like bad roommates or just bad people in your life, right? I know it can be really discouraging if that's like your environment, because that definitely affects like your studying. Especially if your focus is on school. But I think just make sure that the biggest priority is like your safety. If you ever feel unsafe, make sure you bring it up to the RA. And if you feel like your RA is not being helpful in making you feel safe, always like escalate it. Like keep talking to your RA or even talk to the resident director. So all the resident students have like a boss. So you can talk to like the housing person as well if it comes to a point where like you need to actually move out. If politeness won't cut it because of passive aggressiveness, it might just take a really honest conversation to see if you can cohabitate. Yeah, I agree. Like if you have to be mean, kind of like how Mary said, like just be straight up with them. But if it becomes to a point where you feel isolated or the 3 roommates are like bullying you or things like that, then you'll have to bring it up. I feel bad for this person. I know. Yeah.
I think with school you're able to talk with RA, which is kind of nice, because I had friends who also moved out, and there's an option to like switch dorms. But if this is also a community where like you're living off campus, I think your next, because off campus you can't really talk to an RA, and it's just your landlord, which I don't know how easy it is to talk to your landlord, but I think it's just mostly communication. I think the biggest thing is if you being polite one-on-one with them isn't working, I think y'all just have to get together and communicate what makes you uncomfortable, and then it's like confrontation, even though that's like scary, but it's like the best way to approach this, because then you could set your boundaries, they could set their boundaries, and you compromise in between, and hopefully they stop slamming their doors. But yeah.
I had 2 roommates. I hardly ever saw either of them. Best roommates. Yeah, roommates is so hard. It's hit or miss for sure. But yeah, if you're able to like, Dozing Artist, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How's it going? If you're able to get out of that space and like seek comfort in the library, or you have friends. I know that I've had students like have friends and they just kind of like hide, and then they just come back to their dorm to sleep. Make the space as you need it. Hello, Dozing Artist, how are you? Don't get me wrong, I'm sweet. Maybe the person had a bad day and I'll try to talk, but if you start being a B and not put the effort of listening to each other, I'm done. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you can only tolerate a person so much. Like if we were talking with Nikki last week about boundaries. If you have that honest communication with that person, but they're still not respecting your boundaries, you can only change a person so much, right? Mental note, never piss off Cosmic. All right. We have one more question, because I know we are approaching the 2-hour mark, which is usually how long at least I stream for. So yep, then you gotta just remove them from your life. Yes, however, we're talking about a roommate, Dozing Artist, so this is a little bit difficult when you want to get rid of them in your life, but you unfortunately have to live with them. Both of my roommates usually stayed at their girlfriend's dorm, so I had the place to myself. Oh, okay, yeah. Roommates are still a kind of a relationship, and it takes 2 to have one. If it's one-sided, then it ain't healthy. Yes.
Also, it's like if you could stick it out for however long it takes, and then finding new roommates. And then for the people who are looking for new roommates, I think like utilize that Facebook page. I also had a Facebook group where you could look for roommates and stuff, and just meeting them before you do like sign a commitment. And also, I think another tip would be don't room with your high school friends. If your high school friends can roommate or go to the same school as you, I've heard a lot of stories where like the moment you see how they live, it changes the whole friendship relationship, and it just super messy. But yeah.
That's actually what happened to my sister and her high school friend.
Yeah.
Because they lived with each other and they had some issues. So I agree with that too. Leases can be cut early at a cost. Yeah. Sometimes you just have to outweigh, like, the finances plus the living situation and things like that. All right, thank you for everyone's input. This will be our last question, unless someone has other questions as well. But last question we have here. Oops. Oh, someone said. Oh, I think this is the follow-up to the person we just talked about. I can't pick my housemates since the landlords do. I keep to myself and I'm always in my room, and people get upset when I don't hang out with them. What to do? I'm not sure if this is the same person or if this is a different person. If you are happy keeping to yourself and always in your room, like, do what makes you happy, right? If like your roommates are encouraging you to go out but you're not comfortable, it depends. Like, Spycan said put yourself out there, but listen to yourself. If you think they're nice people and you want to like hang out with them, then do that and build community. I think there's no issues with trying to like get to know people more. But if you're just genuinely someone who wants to be by yourself and you're content with that, don't feel like you ever have to force it. So
I think this is like also what you and Nikki talked about last week about boundaries. It's just like whatever you're comfortable with, and that's okay.
yeah.
You don't really have to live up to what they want. Like if they're gonna feel sad but it makes you happy, then it's okay. But it's like finding the balance. Also, one of my Calpex reminded me, I didn't have it, but I was involved with my friend who they had to kick out a roommate.
Oh.
And yeah, so the best way we did it was we had like a intervention for that person too. So we just, like, if you're not comfortable doing it by yourself, get people who you are comfortable, like preferably the people who live there, but also like your friends or like people who are mutuals with you and that person, so that they can sit in and we just talk it out. And then that's how we did. We just talked it out. And then luckily he was like understanding of it, and he just left the apartment.
Yeah. Especially if it's like people where the person, you have like similar friends or just people who knows. You never want it to feel like you're attacking that person, but out of like respect, like, like you've invaded like my boundaries multiple times. So I want to have like an honest conversation with you because, like I want to preserve kind of what we talked about last week, that so yeah, no, that's a great example. And I know for some folks who just have random roommates, I think the one job of an RA is to facilitate roommate conflicts. So they serve as that like mediator to like, because they're supposed to know everyone on the floor, so they're supposed to facilitate that conversation between you and like the roommates. So yeah, that's a great example. We got another one here. Oh, yes, same person. Thank you both and others in chat for your input. You are very welcome. Thank you for the question. And, luckily, I don't know if school is still going on for you right now, but hopefully next school year you have better roommates. Or I'm not sure if you're going to start doing apartments or commuting or things like that, but hopefully your experience for next school year is going to be a lot better. So I'm sorry you had to deal with that this year. All right, so the last question that I have here, we have, do you think a degree is needed to be successful? Also, Spycant is so sexy.
I don't know about the last part, but unfortunately, I have to say yes. Okay, actually, this goes both ways, but I'd say it is needed if you're trying to pursue anything higher that requires that basic degree, because unfortunately a lot of jobs need that basic minimum degree. But there's a lot of people who doesn't have a degree that dropped out of college or doesn't even go to college and just works right after, that's also successful. So it depends on what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
But it's as cheesy as it is, if you're pursuing something that makes you super happy and you're passionate about it, and if it doesn't require you to do college, then you don't need it. Then there's no point. Then there's no point of getting a degree. Then I would be rooting for you to go through that and do whatever you like to do.
Yeah.
And then if you need something as a degree, like if you're going like pre-med, not even yeah, you need a degree for pre-med, unfortunately. But if you're pursuing something like higher, then degree is important, but don't let it like eat yourself up. Like it goes back to like failing a class. It's okay. You're going to be fine, and there's always ways that you can find around to get whatever you achieve, as long as you put in the work. I think what I'm trying to say is that I don't know.
You're
It's
fine.
like
You're fine.
it's like everything. I just want. There's like so many things I want to say, but I don't know how to like smoothly connect everything. You know.
No. You're doing
But
great.
I feel like once you find something you're passionate about, then you just go for it. And then obviously the amount of work you put into it is what you're gonna get back. So the more you find something passionate about, then you'll achieve your goal type of thing.
Yeah. No. I agree. One, I think what you're trying to say is like it depends on like what your goals are, right? If your goal is to be a doctor, right? You can't really cut corners and go straight to to med school without a degree, right?
One of my mods was like, unfortunately, I hope my doctor has a degree. Okay, that's true.
Yeah.
I also hope.
But I think it's also, yes, exactly what Lou Bakanawa said. A degree doesn't automatically mean success, and success can look different for everyone. That's the point I was trying to say. I think it's how we frame what success looks like for each individual, right? Does success mean having a degree? Does success mean having X amount of money? Does it mean having this certain type of career? Or does success mean that you have a job, any job, and you're happy and you're able to live comfortably, right? Success is so broad and looks differently to different people, right? So if your goal is to get a degree and that's your mode of success, then absolutely, right? But if your view of success or your goals is to I don't know, let's say make it big on Twitch, right? You don't necessarily need a degree for that, but it does require a lot of effort to still put in like the time to like maybe edit videos, make your stream look nice, right? Kind of like what you said, Spy, with like the studying, right? You can't just like stare at your book and not process information and hope that you'll get an A the next day. Whatever like you're passionate about, you want to put in the work to make sure that whatever your goals are, it sees through. A lot of billionaires dropped out of college. Yes. I've heard of multi-figure bakers who feel personally empty, and I don't know if that's successful to me. Yes. Having a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean you're more happy or you're more successful. Absolutely. Let's see. All right. Final thoughts, Spy. I have some remaining questions. Thank you again, everyone, for your input and for the questions. For those of you who were able to share, we appreciate it. He was happy about being Scrooge rich. Yeah. Any final things that I want to say before I ask you the more fun questions before we end? It's okay. You could say no. It's okay.
I just like a little bit. Oh, excuse me. Let me drink some water real quick.
Success really is just different for everyone. Yeah.
Not really. I think I guess the overall thing is like, you'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Don't stress too much.
Yes. Do research first. I could have learned a lot more in my field if I had put my time and effort and money teaching myself rather than going to college. I know for pharmacy you don't really need degree, but those who went to college will have more advantages. Yes. Yeah, it depends, again, what your goal is. You know, like some people pursue a master's because they know it makes a little bit more money, but if you don't have the means to get a master's, right? Again, yeah, doing research, kind of like what Crunch said. Success for me is being happy, and as long as I am working towards a goal, I feel successful. Being rich isn't success. Yes. Awesome thoughts, awesome inputs. Thank you, everyone. And then thank you, Spike Can, for talking about school life and mental health. We just have like 3 remaining questions, but they're just more kind of to end things on a positive note. I know Spy throughout like the different parts that we talked about, you kind of had like little do nows and things like that. Oh, Derek, welcome in. Got a degree in design. It didn't really matter once I got out of the field. There we go. Yeah, I'll talk about maybe careers at some point because I've switched a lot. So I feel that. Welcome in, Derek. How are you? Alrighty, I'm gonna switch over to here. We kind of talked about this, and we actually kind of got through this as well. I think, well, I guess we could talk about this. So for anyone struggling with school, what is your biggest piece of advice? I know you said you'll be fine. I think for me, my biggest piece of advice is, I told this to Cosmin the other day, just find good people. I know that's just like hard in practice, but just find good people in your life to help support you, right? Because don't feel like you have to go through school alone. Even if it's like, you know, a teacher, if it's an advisor, if it's a friend, a classmate, whoever, right? Sometimes we don't recognize what's going on with ourselves, but even just like having that one person or a group of people, whoever it may be, it's just so helpful in kind of getting through everything, right?
I think I agree that you could always talk to someone, even if like as a first year, let's say you're alone. Someone that I talk to a lot would be like my plushies, you know, or like my stuffed animal. It's just like someone I could talk to. And I think the biggest advice I'd say is like if you're feeling overwhelmed about anything, you just have to take a step back, breathe a little bit, and take things one at a time. This is a weird analogy, but it stuck with me. It's like one of my high school teachers said, imagine you're trying to eat a whole elephant. You wouldn't know where to start, but the moment you start doing like a little bit here, recollecting and like doing piece by piece, eventually you overcome the task that you need, and then you look back, it's like easier than you thought it would be. It's just like starting is the hardest part. But yeah.
I start my elephant meals with the bum. That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that. If you're eating an elephant, man, imagine eating an endangered species.
Don't actually go eat elephants.
Advice: keep everything in perspective. School isn't the end of everything. It's just a part of your story. Yes, it can be your next step, but it's not your last step. Breathe and remember. Awesome, yeah. Wait, elephants are an endangered species? I think they are, aren't they not? Or maybe I'm thinking of rhinos. I'm not sure. Don't quote me. Alrighty, so that was officially the end of the wow, I'm blanking out as well. The school life questions. I usually like to end with a little bit more like positive things for our guests to kind of reflect on, and you all can reflect on them as well. Elephants are endangered. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I'm a biology teacher. I should know this.
One of my viewers said, or Tanya said, yes, I can relate to the struggle of trying to eat a whole elephant. Thank you.
Don't we all? Everyone talk about how, which part of the elephant do you start with? But yeah, so these last few questions, it doesn't have to be like super long, but I like to have our guests kind of think of something happy, and everyone can think as well. So first question I have for you, Spy, is what is something that makes you happy?
I think it's like being able to see other people happy makes me happy.
Aww. I love that.
Short and simple.
Short and simple. Facts. What is one thing that you are thankful for? Migo says he makes me happy.
What I'm thankful for is, I know they're in my chat right now, but it'd be like, okay, obviously my family, but also I'm thankful for my friends and my bestie. You know, they're here to support me, and then yeah, that's who I'm thankful for.
W friends. We love that. I'm thankful for Spykant's elephant meal analogy.
And also I'm thankful for like everyone like streaming. It's definitely like boost my confidence and like just being there supporting me. Like as much as I want to be there for everyone, I'm thankful for everyone being there for me.
I'm thankful for his TikTok dances. Yes, facts. Everyone go follow at Spykant. Hi, Addie. Addie, aren't you away? Aren't you on vacation? All right. Wait, I'm in that TikTok. Yes, you are. All right. The next one we have here is, what is something new happening? I don't know if you wanted to talk about your little dono thing, your charity.
Oh, I mean, is that okay?
Yeah.
Something new is that I don't know if something new that I just started today, because I knew that we were going to talk about like motivation and mental health and stuff, is that I'm doing a charity, and I'm partnered with ADAP. It's like the Asian American Drug Abuse Program, and then they're talking about like, it's just a charity basically, also talking about mental health, and it's for like, since May is month of mental health, and that's why I'm wearing green. Also, if you saw me wear this sweater 3 days ago too, I do not.
We're not judging.
Yeah.
Do you have a link that people can go to donate?
I do. Let me see.
Yes.
But yeah, it's like all the proceeds do go from this charity go help those in need. Like, so bringing awareness, like having the program bring awareness to Asian American, Pacific Islander, like everyone. We support everyone with mental health and stuff, but specifically for this, it's for the group, because especially after COVID, there's like a rise in Asian hate, especially like the association made from COVID, where it came from, and how it affects like Asian communities and stuff, which is really hard. It's like something that, you know, that deep down, like everyone's a human, everyone's like the same thing, but there's always like those people that bring hate. So let's see. I don't know where I can find this. Oh, yes.
While he's pulling
It's
it up.
also in my About Me
ahead.
page too.
Oh, is it? Hold on. About Me. Donations. Wait. Is that it?
Is it like, it should be About Me, and then there's like a AADAP Inc. raise. It should be there.
I don't think I see it. Well, either way, while he's searching for that, if you're not following Spykant, make sure you do that now. Support my son. He is helping out with the charity, which I think is really awesome that we've been doing this. And this month specifically, it's Asian American Pacific Islander month, as well as Mental Health Month. So I think it's just really awesome that, you know, doing these Miso Motivational Mondays kind of falls with that right now. And those are two things that are, at least for me and Spy, those are just two things that are very important to us, just supporting other Asians as well as promoting mental health. So wherever you find that, you can go to Spykant's Twitch and then you can find the link. And then I'll try to get that as well for those of you who are in my Discord. You can find I'll make sure to put the link as well. So
I just DM'd you. I think that should work.
You just DM'd me? Okay. Actually, wait, hold on. I can't do it here. Hold on. Bye, Cosmin. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Hold on. Oh, we just found the link. Let me put that in real quick for y'all. There we go. Have a good night. Dinner number 2, then shower. Okay, Park, have fun. Alright. So there's the link if you would like to donate to the charity that Spy is helping out with.
I just want to give a better description about the charity I'm doing with.
Yeah.
It's called ADAB. It's like the Asian American Drug Abuse Program. It's 50-year-old Los Angeles-based nonprofit organization that offers recovery and prevention services. The organization originated because 50 years ago there weren't many mental drug abuse services offered to the Asian American Pacific Islander community, and then ADAP has remained one of the few select programs in the nation with a mission to target and design services for Asian and Pacific Islanders with drug abuse prevention and mental health services.
Awesome. So if you are able to and you have the means to, please show your support. Again, that sounds like an awesome charity to support, especially during this month for AAPI month and Mental Health Awareness Month. So Spy, my final question for you, I feel like I said like final question, but if we had to leave some final words to everyone before we end, it doesn't have to be related to school life and mental health. What is some parting words you have for everyone?
Bye.
Wow. Peace.
I guess I don't know. I guess something about today is like, I think this is what I'm told you before, but as I think something to remember is if you are someone that's spiraling or someone that's like putting yourself down type of thing, as easy as it is to put yourself down and have those negative thoughts, it's just as easy to think about the positive things about life and like all making good habits or good thoughts that counter those negative thoughts. So it's just as easy to be positive and stuff. If you need someone, I don't know if Miso would be, I'm pretty sure she is, but she's there for you. I'm also there if you want to like send me messages. I will help. Because I love helping people. I just want to be there for people type of thing. So that's pretty much it. And also, everyone is doing well.
Yay. Yes. Yeah, I agree. You are more than welcome to message me or Spy or both, whichever you'd like. I'm sure if you go onto his channel right now, you can join his Discord as well. So we don't bite. We're more than happy to lend a hand, obviously if we have the capacity to do so. So don't be shy if you ever want to ask us any questions or things like that. My words of wisdom for this week is make sure you ask for help. That's like my biggest thing. Don't be shy to ask for help. I know initiating it at first is really, really hard, but I promise you that once you get through that first layer and put yourself out there to just, reach out to someone, it goes a long, long way. So please, please, please do not be shy. Whether it's family, a friend, a therapist, or whichever, just make sure you seek for help when you need it. Okay? Awesome. I think that's all we have. So thank you for Spycan. Everyone give him lots of claps. Give him lots of love. I'll shout him out. Thank you to my son for being here tonight.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
I'm
Yes,
glad
it
you
was
did.
on
You
time.
did great. Everyone, give him lots of claps. He did awesome. I know everyone who comes in here, they say they're nervous, but
No,
it's
yeah.
been really nice having you here.
Thank you for having me. And then again, you could always reach me through my Discord or anything. I would probably have a better response if you'd message, because then I could like think about it longer. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Cosmic says helping people is the best. The more you do for others, the more you have. The more you give to others, the greater your abundance. Yes, that's what we try to do here. So, thank you, my son. You are free to leave whenever. Are you streaming later? Are you gonna be playing games? Or are you ending?
I, I might play Valor, but we'll see.
You may play Val. Okay.
I
Just wondering.
Also, I think one of my viewers says one of the favorite quotes is, "The only thing I do know is that we have to be kind. Please be kind, especially when we don't know what's going on."
Yes. Yes. Actually, you know what? That quote just reminded me of just some things that people were talking about yesterday. It just breaks my heart when I just hear people go through bad experiences because someone was just being really shitty, you know? So just practice remembering being kind, exactly what your viewer just said, because you never know what your actions or your words might do to someone, right? Like if you say something hurtful, you never know what lasting impact that might have on that individual. So just practice kindness and just kind of come from a place of grace for the other person, because you never know like how your words and actions may affect them. So thank you for the words of wisdom, and thank you, son, again for being here.
Thank you. I shall let you conclude and go to sleep,
Okay.
because I know you're 2 hours ahead and stuff.
Yo, I made the biggest mistake, and I got this large Dunkin' iced coffee, so we'll be awake for a bit.
Okay. Have a good rest of your stream.
Thank
Thanks for having
you.
me.
Thank you, son.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh god. Okay. Oh shoot. Hold on, everyone. My video is. Oh shoot. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. Oh, here we go. We're back. W people, W streamers, W talkers. Better leave a kind impression. Oh, I know. I made a mistake. Yes, Spycant did great. Please, please, please make sure you follow. I know, unscuffed, bro. Miso, you're a gunda. I hope I used that word correctly. Yo, you did. Thank you so much, Cosmin. I appreciate it. Honestly, I took a shower and I was like, how do I make myself look presentable? And I put this on. So I finished this iced coffee, so I'll be up for at least another hour. So yes, Maganda. Thank you everyone for being here. I can't believe we've made it through. Spy is who have we had so far? We had Sush, we had AJ, we had my friend Staffa, we had Clea Park, we had Nikki, and then we had Spy. So we've had 6. Oh, and Celine. We had 7 guests so far. So I'm just really thankful for that people are just showing up to these. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think people would like these. So I'm really thankful that people are just here. W Takazo, yeah. Thank you, cause no 7 ilk. No. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll show that really quick to everyone. Hold on. Park, stop that. You are not bangit. Everyone here, you are maganda. Aw, Cosmic, you're so sweet. I'll show that really quick before we leave. I was thinking about singing a song, but I think I'm gonna save that for next week, because my song repertoire is like, I don't have a lot. Hold on. Thank you for stream, Jess. Sorry I couldn't contribute as much, but I was here the entire time. Oh, Nikki, I appreciate you. Honestly, like, sometimes I just hope people are here to vibe, because I know not everyone is a student right now, so, like, please, please, please never apologize. Like, the fact that people are just here is just like, I don't know, it just kind of blows my mind, if I'm being honest, because I didn't think that people would be into, I don't know, I just didn't think that people would be into just like being here and talking about these things. How do I, oh, here, clips. You are maganda po. Thank you, Mary. Thank you for streaming. Thank you for being here. There's so many times I want to chime in, but I couldn't. Oh, Nikki, don't apologize. And again, for those of you who did share like your thoughts, I appreciate it. Again, we're just here to share experiences and just to kind of like motivate and validate each other. So if it's just your experiences, there's really no right or wrong answer for these types of things. You know, there might be things that people might see as like hurtful or, you know, helpful depending on like your point of view. But, you know, we're here for open conversation. So far, everyone has been very respectful, and that's just like all I could really ask, you know. But I wanted to show this really quick. Before I forget, hold on. So this was yesterday. Lau and I tried drinking 7-Up and milk the other day because of one of our first clip, what you mean? So our friend is from Pakistan. Some people know this person, but this is like 7-Up and milk apparently is like a common drink, or like they like doing it. Yeah, 7-Ilk. I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty good, y'all. But I could show you Lau's too because I clipped it. So hold on, how do I?
Don't honestly. Don't tell honestly.
What do you mean honestly? It's kind of good. Wait, am I weird? Honestly, I thought it was good. Wait, it's actually kind of good. Am I weird? Oh. It kind of tastes like Fruit Loops. Tanya, thank you so much for the follow. How's it going? No, everyone try it. Everyone try it. Oh, are you wait, let me show Tanya, how are you? Welcome in. Wait, let me show you Lau's. Lau's looks so bad. Okay, cheers. Cheers. Like, his was so fizzy. Honestly?
Don't honestly. Don't say honestly.
What do you mean honestly? It's kind of good. Wait, am I weird? Am I weird? Wait. Like, his was so chunky. So we found out why his was so chunky. He put like, look at that straw, yo. He put too much soda, so the milk curdled.
Huh? What kind of Fruit Loops have you been having?
Your lips smacking, yo. Yeah. So it was pretty good. Lau probably got that expired chunky ass of milk. You gotta try pickles and Kool-Aid. Wait, pickles and Kool-Aid? Like, do I marinate? Wait, can I use marinate? Do I put the pickles in the Kool-Aid? Maybe it was the one he saved from the other night. I read that fizz makes milk taste spoiled. Yeah, I think he put too much and he put it in really fast, so the fizz of the soda like curdled the milk. Oh, Miss Folk, what the heck was happening? But yeah, so those are just some things that that happened. So your milk that's left outside for 2 hours was way better. So that was, you're right. I didn't refrigerate my milk. I bought it from the store fresh and it sat in my room for 2 hours. But yeah. Oh, soju and Kool-Aid. All right, maybe one of these days. It wasn't warm, cold. My room was cold. Maybe one of these days we'll try weird food concoctions. Did I tell you all that I told a few of you, but when I went camping last weekend, the one where I was showing you all my Instagram, I don't have it in a picture here, but I lost a bet and I tried dog food. I tried dog food. It was like liver flavored. That one was gross. Did I have to eat it? No, but I was like, I can do it, and I ate it. Am I okay? Yeah, the aftertaste. Yeah, Celine's here. It was just the aftertaste. I think I don't back down from a challenge. So there's different ways. Oh, hi Jojo. Thank you so much for lurking. So there's different ways to make Kool-Aid pickles. An easy one is sprinkling punch or cherry Kool-Aid on a pickle. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like pickles. Another is popcorn and pickles. Ooh. Try Pilk next, cuz I told Lau we should try Pilk. If anyone else wants to try Pilk, let me know. Cuz I can't do strawberry. I'm allergic to strawberries. But I could do regular Pilk. Alrighty. Should we find someone to raid? If I know Spy is still streaming. I also kind of want to raid someone new. Let's see. Let's see. Y'all can just hang for a bit here. How the heck do I do this? Wait, you're allergic to strawberries? Yes, I am. Do I like vanilla ice cream? Yes, I do like vanilla ice cream. Let's meet someone to bring into the fams. Yeah, I want to meet someone. Let's do someone Filipino for AAPI month. Let's see. What? Filipino, bro. Vanilla ice cream with classic potato chips or pretzels. I think I've tried something like that. That sounds really good. If anyone has recommendations, feel free to let me know as we chill in here. Oh, that's weird seeing myself on there. I swear everyone, like all the Filipinos are playing Valorant or like Genshin / Honkai right now. There's this guy me and Artsy met in Valo like 6 months ago. He's a pretty nice guy. What's their name, Cole? Haven't seen him since. There's this guy too. Let's see. The Funny Farm? Okay. Why is he a toilet? Huh? Why is he a toilet? I was gonna recommend rating this beautiful girl Miso Soup, but it's you. Cosmic. Were you always a sweet talker? You're so sweet. You are beautiful. He's a toilet tuber? Holy. That is so funny. I want to look for someone Asian, but I'm gonna follow this guy because that's super funny. Follow. Let's see. Filipino. Wait, chillin'. Okay. We'll go all the way the bottom. Want someone who's not doing Valorant or bro, is it so hard to find people? Let's see. Filipino, Asian. Oh.
I want to just do a little tiny bit more if we can.
Let's see.
Because there's still some cereal here. You know what I mean?
Heard the... Is she... She's doing a self-care day. What is she making?
Okay. Come on. There we go.
Hello.
Just a little bit more on this side.
She looks cute. We have the same
I think
headset.
I will be satisfied.
We're both wearing pink Beats. Will she notice me? What is she making? I see Sanrio. I know. Notice me. Cosmic, were you there during Bosu's stream? He did like a hello test.
Okay.
She's so focused.
This is so fun. What's up? Oh my goodness. Miso soup?
Miso soup.
Is that how you say that? Is that an L? Yeah, it's definitely an L. What's up? How you been? How are you?
What you making?
I have, I'm sorry, I have so many people. Miso, okay, perfect.
Miso soup.
I have so
L's
many
my
people
middle
in my
name.
life who have like a variation of kind of like miso soup as their username here. So it's like, oh, which one could it be? But I saw first time.
What do we
chatter.
think? Should we try?
So, thanks so much for chatting tonight. I'm making a little resin.
You got him to jam out to Bad Bunny. That's
cereal
awesome.
bowl with
Let's
a
send
little
it.
resin
All right.
smiley, or a little cereal smiley face in there. I wanted it to be sort of inconspicuous. Like,
Sorry,
is
she's
it
like
a
talking to me
smiley
right now.
face? Is it not a smiley face?
All right, let's do it.
That was intentional.
You are more than welcome to follow her, but if not,
and this was
just
the
give her some
resin we were
love.
using.
I like anyone who is promoting
looks
self-care
like
because I think
milk
that's
too,
super
which is
important. So
such a cute
let's
detail.
do it. Let's hopefully make a new friend. Shut up,
And
me.
I wanted it to be sort of layered, like
All right, so
a bowl of cereal.
her user
should
is
be-
Oh Dang Danny. Raid channel.
Go.
Oh Dang Danny. She's gonna be crafting miso soup raid. Thanks, Cole. You can do that as well. We don't have like
That's
a
good.
sub raid, but you could do whatever you want. I'm very flexible. So, really quick.
So the kit that I was using
Oh, I'm so
Okay,
sorry,
okay.
my dear. Let me mute you really quick. Yeah, we'll start the raid. Thank you so much, everyone, for just being here. I love you all so much. Please join the Discord if you would like. It was expired last week if you tried to enter into it. But thank you again to Tanya, Dozing Artist for the follow, Kuya Park for the 600 biddies. What the heck, you are crazy. I love you so much, Kuya. Thank you to Lorcana Ohana for the follow, JD, Cole for rating, Sarah, Wintermelon, Itty Bitties for the follow, Abu, Poopen, and I think Revan the Sweet Potato followed yesterday. So you all are the best. I hope you have a very, very cozy week. If your Monday is not doing well, I hope the rest of your week goes well as just better. I can't talk anymore. It's time. I love you all. If no one has told you, Koya! Thank you for the 300 bits again. You're amazing. I don't deserve you. What the heck? Let me give you a shout out. Please join our cozy Discord. If you're, then you keep going at this pace, you're gonna surpass my follower numbers soon. No, Mugen, here, let's get some love for you, Mugen. Hold on, shout out, bro. I need more mods. My mods are sleeping. Thank you, stream. It's gonna end soon. I love you all. Have a good night. I love you. Bye. 3, 2, 1, and we're off.